Did you know that feeding a dino with their favorite poppin flavor can fill up their stamina? That's right, no need to walk slowly if lucky stamina gets depleted. That's if you have money to buy poppins, of course. Hi everyone, this is Myrabels, and in this video, we are going to tackle everything about dinosaurs in Paleo Pines. There are so many other tips and guides I want to share with you, but the section just about dinosaurs is already a lot, so we are going to focus on just that for this video. This guide will cover different skills and characteristics, how to befriend a dinosaur, how to keep them happy, what will happen if you send them back to the wild, how to find rare or ultra-rare dino colors, other commonly asked questions, and random trivia. I included footage from my farm and Veridian Valley only, but this video might contain some dino spoilers, so keep that in mind. If you have any other dino tips not included here, let me know in the comment section. Okay, let's get started. There are 38 dino species currently in-game. Each of these dinosaurs have their own traits and characteristics. Dinosaurs can be categorized as small or large. Large dinosaurs can be used as steeds, and their abilities are the ones that will help you unlock more areas and progress in the game. Small dinosaurs cannot be used as a steed, but their skills can also be very useful. Speaking of skills, there are two types of skills in the game: wild and farm. The wild skills are useful in exploring the world outside your ranch, and the farm skills assist in farming duties. For the wild skills, we have sprinters, who run extremely fast when used as a steed. Smashers, who can break large boulders and rocks. Stompers, who can break large logs. Slashers, who can cut down these bushes. And discoverers, who alert you by jumping and sparkling when there's a collectible nearby. Honestly, I think the Discoverer ability is pretty much useless. Only the small dinosaurs have this ability, and they usually stay at the back when you are out on the walk. This means it's extremely difficult to notice if they find something in the wild. For the farm skills, it's pretty much self-explanatory, except for the last one. Waterers water the plants, tillers till the soil, and harvesters harvest your crops. Clearers remove this debris from your farm. My tip here is to divide your farm plots into 5x5 areas. I find it easier to make sure that everything is watered and harvested by the dinos this way. You can make larger plots, but the waterer dinos tend to miss some spots, and it becomes a little bit frustrating through time, at least for me. Then, there are tenders. Tender is a skill common in small dinos, and it will automate farming for you. In order to utilize the tender ability, you need to wait until Triassea season and meet Avery at Pebble Plaza. Do quests for him until he gives you a seed pot. Place this seed pot in front of your crops. Based from my experiment, a small seed pot covers 4 tiles in front of it and up to 2 tiles on its side. Assign a dino to it by calling its attention and using the flute to assign it to the seed pot. The dino will now automatically till the land and plant the seeds for you. As you advance in-game, you will get a produce basket for harvesting and a watering basket for watering, making farming fully automated. Take note that you don't have to put the farm plots inside of the dino's pen. These small dinos will get out of their pens and go to the farm to perform their duties. Mine is just here since I'm not yet finished organizing my ranch. Next, I'll discuss a step-by-step guide on how to befriend a wild dino. This will be taught pretty early in-game, so if you're not having any problems making a wild dino go with you to your farm, then head over to the next section on how to keep your dinos happy. Walk over to a dinosaur until the flute prompts in the bottom right corner. Play the short red notes 3 times to grab the dinosaur's attention. The view on your screen should then change into side view like this. Wait for the dino to sing its tune and repeat the notes on your flute. You don't have to click as fast as the notes appear. You can stop in the middle of playing its tune. Wait for the dino to repeat its call Then, continue where you left off. This is going to be useful as you progress in the game and find more dinos with more complicated dino calls. If you think you are playing the correct tunes, but the dino still ignores you, make sure you are playing the correct length of notes. The number of circles around the notes means different lengths. Hold the key or button until the circle size matches the one made by the dino. Once you've successfully played its tune, you'll get into this screen. The chance to befriend a dinosaur is based on the meter in the bottom right corner. If the meter is above the green portion, soothe the dino. Make sure to not do this too much or they'll get bored and fall asleep. If the meter is below the green portion, feed them their favorite flavor of food. There are 5 categories for food: crunchy, earthy, fragrant, juicy, and spicy. Each food often has a combination of 2 flavors, except for the poppin. In order to move the arrow to the right of the meter, you have to do some trial and error. I usually carry 2 food items with completely different flavors. For example, carrot is juicy and crunchy, while spring onion is earthy and spicy. If the dino does not like carrots or spring onions, I would know that it likes fragrant food. If, for example, it likes carrots, which is juicy and crunchy, then I will give it another crop that has one of those flavors. Like this potato, which is crunchy and earthy. If it likes it, it means the dino likes crunchy treats. If it doesn't, then it likes juicy food. Same as earlier, be careful not to feed it too much or they'll get overexcited and run away. Once you get the arrow to the green portion, you need a poppin with the dino's favorite flavor to befriend them. Ideally, we want this arrow to be in the dark green portion. There is a 100% chance that the dino will trust you if you give them their favorite flavored poppin if it's in this zone. However, you can also attempt to give it a poppin at the light green portion, but it does not work sometimes and it's going to be a waste of a poppin. If Pippin is not giving you any new flavors, even if you talk to them every day, try giving a Styracosaurus a crunchy poppin, or wait until you've reached Dapplewood to unlock the other flavors. Now that you know how to befriend dinos, let's talk about how to keep them happy. In order to utilize the dino skills, you need to get their status to helpers, and this requires keeping them happy. You can check how happy they are by approaching them with your journal. You have to check this circle around the heart. It is an indicator how likely it is that the dino's heart level will increase the next day. If it's fully green, you've done enough things for the day to keep it happy, so just wait until the next day for their heart to increase. If it's not full yet, you can do more things, which I will discuss in a bit. If there is a red shade, then there is something that's keeping your dino unhappy. For example, I can see that these dinos are unhappy because their pens are not clean. So I have to clean their poop in a bit. The circle resets in the morning. If the dino becomes unhappy, the game will warn you. If you don't get their happiness meter back up, the dino will leave your farm. Don't worry though, Mary will be able to find it again for you, which I will discuss in the last portion of this video. Once you reach a certain heart level, a dino will become a helper, and you can place a saddle on it if it's a large dino. There are several things that you can do to make them happy. Some of those you have to do each day, but you only need to do the other things once, and it will improve your dinosaur's happiness in general. Let's start with the things you only need to do one time in order to keep the dinos generally happy. First, their pen type should be the dino's native biome. There are 3 different biomes: valley, forest, and desert. Each dino has a native biome where they naturally spawn. Dinos can go to other biomes during certain seasons, but you can check their native biome here using your journal. Pens can be upgraded to a preferred biome by upgrading the dreamstones or by placing decorative items. You need at least 3 points to get a biome. Upgraded dreamstones are worth 2 points. Other decor items are worth 1. Points from opposing biomes will cancel each other out, so if we want this pen upgraded to a valley biome, we can just upgrade 1 dreamstone to a valley type and place 1 valley decor item. You can also just place 3 decor items or whatever combination you like, as long as it gets the 3 points minimum. Second, don't put carnivores and herbivores in one pen. Dinos can be herbivores, carnivores, or omnivores. Herbivores only prefer herbivore food, carnivores carnivore food, while the omnivores can eat both. Omnivores can act as a filler if the dino needs companions in their pen to keep them happy. Speaking of that, the third item is to respect the dino's social preference. Loner dinosaurs prefer to be alone in their pens. Pack dinos prefer to be in a pen with 2 to 3 dinos, and herd dinos prefer 3 or more dino companions. You can also easily tell the social characteristic of a dino in the wild based on how many they are in the location. There's only one T-Rex in this area, meaning it's a loner, while these Tyrannosaurus are found in herds. Lastly, let's talk about the dino's pen size. Let's look at this pen that I have for my Gallimimus and my Werahosaurus. If you want to see how big your pen is, you can use your journal by the gate if only my Ankylosaurus is not in my way. Anyway, here it is. It says Gallimimus pen is a valley biome with 113 square meters. One of my dinos isn't happy because there's not enough food in the trough, but let's not discuss that for now. You're not seeing that. Trust me, I take care of my dinos. Truly. So this pen is 113 square meters. Now, let's take a look at their individual requirements. A Werahosaurus needs a minimum area of 50 square meters, and a Gallimimus needs a minimum area of 25 square meters. This means that their pen should at least be 75 square meters in order to make them happy. If it's less than that, they will feel that their pen is too small. But increasing the area will actually increase their happiness. I think there's a certain threshold to that, if I recall correctly. So for this little bit of info, I'm not sure, so just a short disclaimer. But if you make their pen twice as big as their minimum requirement, then they will have extra happiness. Anyway, let me go here to explain how to compute the square meters. So the area needed for their pen is computed much like in real life. So for example, if I put 4 pencils here, it will cover 3 tiles. So let's make this a square. This means that it has a total of 3 by 3 square meters, which is 9 square meters. So this entire pen is 9 square meters in total. It will not be considered a pen until you put a gate on it, of course, but I'm just using this as an example. For the next part, let's focus on the tasks you can actively do every day in order to boost your dino's happiness. First, keep the pens clean and not cluttered. This means cleaning the poop every single day and removing all random debris inside their pens. Second, make sure to give them enough and correct food in their trough. You can see how much a dino eats per day on the journal, so plan this accordingly if you are short in funds to buy enough food. Third, play their favorite tune. You don't really need to call their attention if you want to do this, if you have their dino calls memorized. But I tend to call their attention anyway, since some of these calls are just hard to remember. I think I only not do this for my Styracosaurus and Gallimimus, since their friend calls are quite easy to remember. Next, make sure to boop their nose, feed them their favorite food, and their favorite poppin. Each dino has a unique specific favorite food within the food type that they want. If you give them this food, it will boost the friendship much more than if you just give them any other food from their light category. I don't really know how to figure out a dino's favorite food, and I've just figured some out using trial and error. A message saying your dino really liked the treat will appear if you feed them their favorite. Lastly, take the dinos on a walk to the map you caught them in. Just call their attention, then hit the yellow ring 3 times to get them to follow you. A maximum of 3 dinos can follow you at a time, but you can also have a 4th by using it as a steed. Also, take note that your dinosaurs also gain level experience when you take them for a walk, so in order to level them up faster, always have 3 dinosaurs follow you around wherever you go. And just in case you're wondering, the maximum level a dino can reach is 20, with 1000 stamina. Now let's discuss a sad topic, letting your dinos go. Unfortunately, there's only 45 Dreamstones in-game and there are 38 dino species available. There might come a time where you see an ultra-rare color dino which you really like, but you don't have a space for them anymore, so you have to let someone go. Or you just might be too broke to take care of all your dinos, so you have to send them back to the wild where they have higher chances of surviving. Either way, this is how you do it. Alright, you know what? You can do this right here, just outside the farm, but since I have some emotional attachment to this Gallimimus, even though I'm just using this save file for YouTube videos, I'm still attached to my dinos, okay? And don't mind me stomping on those little Psittacosaurus. I tend to forget about the little ones. Anyways, let's place them here. Ooh, also that is a rare colored Gallimimus over there. Why do all the rare dinos spawn on this save file and not my main save file? Anyway, I'm gonna let them go here so that they can immediately see their family. So at least they won't be lonely. On your lower right portion of the screen, you will see the option Move to the Wilds. So let's play it. Gallimimus will leave your ranch and return to the wilds. You can get Mary to help you track Gallimimus if you want to find them again later. Are you sure? Yes, leave the ranch. And their saddle came back to me. Oh, just run away! Wait, they run away. Their family is here. I don't know how far they run away, but now we have to slowly waddle our way back to Mary. I forgot to bring another speedy dinosaur with me. Okay, a day after releasing your dino, when you talk with Mary, there's going to be an additional option, Dino Storage. So you can see the dinosaur's level here, its color, its type, where it lives, and its skills. Let's go and ask Mary to find this one for us. There they are. Alright! The Galli trusts me again. I named this one Gallimimus, so I doubt that they would ask me to name it again. Oh, they would. Gallimimus V2. Let's check their characteristics. So, they are a happy friend, they're not a helper, so I would have to work to make them a helper again. But the good part about this is that their experience level does not decrease or does not go back to 0. I let the Gallimimus go with 4 experience, level 4, and now it still has level 4. And that is how you can get a dino back. I think this is also what happens when a dino leaves your farm because they are unhappy. But I have not tested this out because, well, I'm a good dino friend, you know? Before we go to the last topic, I am currently trying to reach 1,000 subscribers. I make content about farming and simulation games like Paleo Pines and Stardew Valley. So if you like those, please consider subscribing so I can continue to make more videos for you. The last topic is all about finding rare dinos. Let's first talk about how to determine if a dino color is rare or not. You can do this even if you haven't befriended them yet. Call their attention and play their dino tune. Then, just repeatedly soothe them until they fall asleep. Once they are asleep, approach them slowly with your journal, and a message will show up telling you their color, rarity, and even their diet. You can also do this if you see a sleeping dinosaur in the wild, even if you didn't soothe them. But be careful and approach them slowly because they might get startled and run away. Next, let's look at how to actually find them. The short answer is by sheer luck. However, there is one specific in-game event that increases your chances of getting rare or ultra-rare dinos for a maximum of 3 days. During Triassea picnic, you can donate food items to a pile. Once you put enough food with a specific flavor, the pile will turn into that flavor. For example, if we put enough earthy foods, the pile turns into an earthy pile. The more food you donate, the longer the pile will stay. After the festival, check that same location out and there should be earthy dinos around the pile with rare or ultra-rare color variations. If you donate the maximum amount of food, it becomes a large pile that should stay for 3 days, so make sure to check out this location during that time frame. In order to reach the maximum amount of food in the pile, I needed to donate 214 food items. I think you only need 200 food items though, since mine was still a medium pile at 194 items, then I put it another 20 to make it a large pile. If you don't have enough food items, donating 80 will result in a medium pile which lasts for 2 days. I think donating anything will give you the smallest pile, which only lasts for a day, but I haven't done this one yet. By the way, you cannot restart the day or reload a save file to change the dino colors that will appear in a day. Each save file has a specific predetermined pattern for which the dinos appear. So you really just have to be diligent and check the dino spawns each day or wait for the Triassea picnic. I do have one tip for this. Since time flies so fast in Paleo Pines, it sometimes feels like a waste to just run around looking for rare dinos than not having enough time to take care of your existing dinos and your other tasks. To solve this, you can save at the very beginning of the day, run around the map to look for dinos, and if you didn't find any color that you like, just reload the save file, and you can focus on your other chores for that day instead. That's all I have for now. If you learned something new from my video, please leave a like. I actually did not expect this video to be this long, so if you're still here, thank you very much for watching and see you next time!